What is going on, YouTube, and welcome back to Faith Like That, a Christian ministry that is dedicated to helping you live a clean life for Christ and to live that life abundantly. And welcome back to a series that we have where I discuss books that I've read and have some great content in them that I really want to share with you that could increase the value of your life and some of the areas of your life if you can implement some changes or adjustments. Let's use that word, adjustments. So again, thanks for coming. And we're talking about the book, A Standard or The Standard for Black Fathers, a blueprint for building a legacy. Especially this video, I do also want to say that as we're talking about Black fathers, I think a lot of the things in this book could also apply to Black mothers. And so up to this point, we've talked about the book as a whole, and we talked about the first chapter on communication. And today I want to talk about the chapter he has on relationships and some key points in there and some great content he has on there that poses some questions that should cause you to make some changes that would improve you as a parent before we even get to the strategies of parenting that you as a parent and the image and the perspective of you from your children's standpoint is where it needs to be, and it is in a position where you can build that legacy. You can imprint on them some great values and some great skills and great mindsets. So relationship is very key. And in my other videos, if you've seen them, you've heard me talk about how important relationships are with people, but then also even how important relationships are with God. And again, I want to preface that I don't know Kevin McNeil. He didn't pay me to say any of these things or to do a book review of any kind. And then also for Kevin McNeil, I want you to know I'm not going to sit here and read your whole book. Anyone who's watching this video, I encourage you to go get the book. You need to read the book, the whole book. I'm going to talk about a few things in there, and not just straight from the book, but also things that I've thought about after I've read it. But you need to get the book. One of the first things that really hit me in talking to people, or even thinking about myself in my youth or when I was a young man, and some of the things that I used to do, was he speaks about negligence, and negligence from the perspective that we are a little bit negligent with our, I guess, our intentions or our actions and who we connect with, and the impact that could come from that, or the results that I can think of many times where I was negligent about, if this goes a certain way, that I will be connected to this person for years and years to come, if not always, because of the kid or the child that could be born from that. And us in the Black community, as he shares in this book, we need to be more mindful, not just Black fathers and men, but even women, about our impact that we have on our future in the form of negligence, that we connect with people, or we align ourselves with people that we probably shouldn't, or that we know from the jump that we don't like them. We know from the jump that we don't really want to be with them like that. Someone the other day, I can't think of the name of the channel, but a subscriber to our channel also has a channel, but she kind of asserted that she liked to hear us talk about submission. I think that, as the Bible says, we should submit. The husband or the wife should submit to the husband, and the husband should love the wife as Christ loved the church. Is something that's very important. But all at the same time, too many of us want to then do what we want to do, and then later on make this relationship into something else when we knew it wasn't that in the beginning. So to kind of just brush onto the topic of submission, and I'll go ahead and put it up another video just about submission where I go deeper into this. But too many times that we have an issue submitting because we know we didn't want to submit from the jump. That we know in the beginning of this that I really didn't like you like that, and that what you were doing I didn't really like or believe in, but I thought you were cute, or I thought you was fine, or you had this, or there's another quality that led me to want to be with you, to want to marry you, to want to sleep with you. So I kind of glossed over that, thought it was okay, and then we could fix it later. But in the beginning, if it's not the way you want it to be, or in the beginning, if you can't agree on this is not what I like, so we need to make some changes, and they commit to those changes. If you know you don't like it in the beginning, then you shouldn't do it. So in the book, There's also sections in this chapter where he talks about singleness or single single parent families, and then also marriage. I think one thing that he highlighted on in the book, and again, you got to read the book, is that there is too many mothers in America that can say that they are a single parent, but they know where the father is. And that's something that should change and needs to change. That even if you're not together, to say that, okay, yeah, we did this, we may have been a bit negligent or got caught up in passion, or maybe some things changed, some people changed, and we decided to part ways. But the mother or even the father, if you are a mother watching this video, should never be able to say that they are a single parent, that they can be single in relationship, but you should still be there with them, still parenting your child. And the relationship you have with this person, the mother or the father, is important. You need to have a good relationship for your children, a working relationship for your children, or even a healthy one. So you need to be mindful of each other and the things you say and the things you do, or even the things you say and do around your children. And then to add on to that, studies have shown that children that come from homes where there is a mother and a father just do better. They are more confident. Their mindsets are different. They're just in a different position, and I guess to be set up for success, if I could say that they just do better. So even if it's that we're not married, the fact that we have a great relationship and we're parenting our children together, and they still have a mother and a father that have a great relationship that's not toxic or dysfunctional in any way, then they will still do better. But they need both of you. Now, there are many sections in this chapter. I'm not going to talk about all of them because, again, I want you to go buy the book and to support Kevin McNeil and the great book he put out. Very timely book. But then there's a chapter, or not a chapter, but a section on respect, which, again, we should respect each other and have a great relationship. Disrespect should not be the culture of this relationship, single in relationship or married. That you need to be respectful of each other. So I won't talk much about that. But he did write in the section about risk-taking behaviors. So I thought this was significant because in our lives, especially in the Black community, not that this is just a video for Black people. I know other people watch my channel and my videos, but in our culture, I'll say this. That in our culture, whether you're Hispanic, whether you're Black, whether you're Caucasian, some Caucasians even live in the same cultures as we do, middle class families and even low income families. There's a lot of us that fall into that culture of American middle class, American low income. But then specifically, even more so for people of color, in our culture, a lot of times we have risky behaviors that will be seen as toxic, that will be seen as unhealthy, like the arguing and the fighting, or maybe substances that get introduced, or maybe the level of supervision and provision for our children, or even for ourselves, that we see as toxic. These risky behaviors are ones that in your relationship, you need to make sure they're not there. And again, this speaks to if you're not married yet and you're thinking about getting married, or if you're not a parent yet and you're thinking about getting ready to have a child, that we take time to adjust the culture of our relationship, to examine if there are risky behaviors of any kind that would imprint something onto our child that we don't want them to do. So if there's a way that you're living right now, you don't want your child to live that way, you need to make sure that some changes or adjustments are made to put protections in place to where you can make a change in the culture of your relationships in your life. So then this is not something that is imprinted onto your child. Again, all I can say is this was a great book, and I do want to go into the chapters to talk about a few things on this channel as we begin to get ready to share some parenting skills and strategies the same way we've done with relationships. So I wanted to talk to you about this in a different way, and to really get you some things to get you set up for success with the strategies because it's not always about what you say and what you do in front of the kids, but they also copy what you don't want them to hear you say and to actually do. The bad things that you do that you may not realize. So let's make sure you're set up for success as a mother or even father, and then we can work with strategies to make sure that you're parenting your child the best way that you can. So again, pick up the book, A Standard for Black Fathers, a blueprint for building a legacy, which could also apply for mothers. Thank you for spending time with me today and watching our channel. If you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you know when our videos are coming out. Also, if you're still here, I know you liked it, mash that like button. And until next time, have faith, be safe, and we'll see you soon.